Padre de nuestros padres, ayúdame a dirigir a mis hombres. No permitas que deshonre a mi legión y ayúdame a recuperar el honor de mi familia.
There was a lot about the movie, you know. Besides the fact that you get to run around carrying swords and riding horses, which is every guy's dream, I think, you know, when they're young. So to do that is great because you just go out your mind with like boy-guy enthusiasm, you know. From the kind of sensitive actor point of view, the story and the journey of the characters was really intriguing. It was very reminiscent of a film called The Defiant Ones. Don't know if you've seen it. It's Sidney Poitier, Tony Curtis film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Great movie, great performances. Two guys stuck together, really have grudges against each other, prejudices against each other, who have to find common ground together to separate and to become individuals and find identity. And I really connected with that.
Me llevaré a Esca.
Es un esclavo, hace lo que hace porque está obligado.
Odio lo que representas.
Vaguely, not really, no. You know, I mean, I connect with the kind of nativeness of him, you know. But other than that, geographically, it's kind of a little vague, if I'm honest. I mean, for me, the research into the character and into the time period and into the tribe of the Brigantes and stuff like that was important only to understand what the character had lost. When we first see him, he's lost everything, you know. So in terms of beginning the journey, I felt it important to understand what he'd lost to kind of move forward. So, you know, I went to museums and just looked at artifacts and stuff like that and just kind of read a lot of books. You know, I mean, the film is not a history lesson in any way. It's an action-adventure story with a really great message at the heart of it. So, you know, I felt, you know, you can kind of overdo it with the research and stuff.
¿Sabéis quién era su padre?
El hombre que perdió el águila de la novena.
Y además 5.000 hombres. Es un mal augurio.
Yeah, there was lots. I mean, there was lots of that. You know, to make it look like he's a very competent horseman, and yeah, you know, especially with his language as well. He speaks a native language. Kind of wrapping your head around that is complicated and challenging. But I think that's the reason why you do these things. You know, is to really push yourself as an actor to learn new tools that you can kind of take with you for the rest of your career, and you know, just really putting yourself out there and challenging yourself is a great part of the job. And to represent, you know, these people in kind of this time in history was just, it's great because suddenly you're really living that life for, you know, 6 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever it is, and they're just kind of unforgettable experiences.
¿Preparado?
Absolutely, I absolutely think it is. Nobility and honor, you know, very difficult to find these days. So it was great playing a character who is deeply rooted in that sense of honor and nobility. I mean, it's part of his heritage. It's probably the way he grew up. It's all he's ever known. It's what the values of life that he's been taught. You know, we live in the age of iPhone and Facebook. You know, which the very founder of that idea has very little honor about him, you know, especially in that rendition of that movie, you know, Social Network, which is obviously a great film, but I think a lot of people really connected with that, which is bizarre because the guy has no honor and very little nobility. So I don't know, I think maybe we have lost touch with that value.